fainted still thinking about that spit valve needing to be emptied. The great philosopher Todd Morone, who was a friend of mine, once asked, before Facebook, how did we know who was winning at life? And the answer was obvious to me: Christmas card newsletters. A few Christmases ago, I received a Christmas card from a friend of mine that had a note that was raving about a dazzling trip to Italy and job promotions and kids who were excelling in ballet and the gifted program. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should do some bragging about my own family and tell everyone how great and happy we are. So in our Christmas card that year, I wrote a little note too. It said, 2014 was another great year for the Sims family. Louise and Eddie remain lice-free. Luanne saved enough Acme coupons to get a free lasagna pan, and Tony got a summons for jury duty. Eddie said something really clever. It was so funny, and Louise did some impressive things too. Next year, we hope to all get new sneakers. Happy holidays. All of that was true, by the way. I needed a picture to go in my Christmas card, but I didn't have a photograph of my family all in matching khaki pants and white shirts at the beach, because we usually wear bathing suits. So I decided to take a selfie to include in my Christmas card. And I tried to reenact one of my senior portraits from high school that my dad unaffectionately refers to as my Lulu the Bubble Dancer photograph. Now, in 1989, I had a gauzy pink tutu going around my shoulders, and my chin was sort of pinned to my shoulder like that for the picture. I didn't have the tutu this time, so I grabbed a flower out of an arrangement in my kitchen, and I just sort of posed like this and took a selfie and put that in my Christmas card. My kids kept asking, where's our picture? And I had to keep saying, oh, it's just going to be mommy this year. So I sent the order off to Walgreens to be printed. And I only ordered one set of 20 cards because I was going to hand select family and friends who I knew had a good sense of humor and who knew that I could mock other people's Christmas cards and still be a good person. So the next day I went to Walgreens to pick up my cards, and I was a little bit uneasy because I thought there was a chance that the person who was waiting on me at the counter might also have been the person who printed the cards and might have seen my picture. So I was a little bit uncomfortable, but I gave him my name, and he looked in his bin, and he could not find my Christmas card. And he asked for my name 3 more times, and he checked all of his bins, and my card was nowhere to be found. And now I'm getting very uncomfortable because this sort of feels like the comedy equivalent of sending nude photographs to get developed, and you expect that nobody's going to see them except maybe the one guy. So he says, listen, it's no big deal. I'll reprint your cards for you. And I say, great, but it's not great because there's a set of Lulu the Bubble Dancer pictures unaccounted for in this Walgreens. But I have to go through it. I want the cards. I have to pay for this chapstick that I really need. So I decide to wait. And he asks me a very uncomfortable question, which is, what does the card look like? And I have to tell him, oh, it's just me with a flower going like this. And he very graciously acts like that's an appropriate Christmas card. But he reprints them for me, and I go home to start addressing them to very specific family and friends. The next day, I go to the gym, and I see a woman named Cindy at the gym, who I'm very friendly with, but I don't know too well. And I admire Cindy. She's very friendly. She has a very kind face. I like the way she does chin-ups. And I'm always kind of on my best behavior around her because she's a preschool teacher, and I want her approval, and I want her to like me. And after this workout on this particular day, she says, come with me, and she takes me out to her car, and I get excited because I think she's going to show me her before and after picture from going to the gym. She reaches into her car and she comes out with a box from Walgreens. And she says, "Here's your Christmas card pictures." And sure enough, there's Lulu the bubble dancer looking right back at me. And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yes." And I got to the bottom of the stack of my own Christmas cards. There you were. And I kept telling my husband, "I know her from the gym, I know her." And my husband kept saying, "I don't get it. Why is it just her picture on her Christmas card?" Then my mind started spinning and I thought, oh my God, what if everyone who went to Walgreens to pick up cards that day got a set of my Christmas cards? But more than anything, I was glad my face was already red from the workout, because the humiliation began to creep into my cheeks as this woman I admired saw this embarrassing card that I was only going to send to a few people. But I'll tell you what, it turned out to be a wonderful thing. It turned out that talking about whether or not your kids have head lice is a great icebreaker. Ask my good friend Terry Heyman. Her kids have had lice, right, Terry? So this also broke down a barrier between me and Cindy. And we started talking more and more, and we started hanging out outside the gym. And now she's someone that I talk to every single day. Sometimes about happy and exciting things in our life, but mostly about mundane things, like, I just want to stay home and pet my dog all day, or I just ate a whole bag of peanut butter cups, or, hey, go out and look at the sunrise. So that is my story of how a crazy mix-up at Walgreens and my obnoxious Christmas card led me to one of my very best friends and some very happy days. Thank you.